and welcome. Today's class is called New Beginnings and it's about moving with softness and grace into the new year. So not forcing anything and allowing the path to unfold for us. We will begin with a short guided meditation. So finding a comfortable seat. Closing down the eyes. And taking one hand onto the heart and one hand onto the lower belly or the womb space. And just beginning to take nice full breaths in and out through the nose. And reaching through the crown of the head to create a nice long spine. Softening shoulders away from the ears. And letting go of any tension through the pelvis. And then repeating each sentence after me. I move into the new year with ease and softness. I allow the path to unfold in front of me. I do not force what is not meant for me. And take a deep breath in through the nose. And then let it go out through the mouth. We'll do that one more time. Nice big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And then slowly opening the eyes. Bringing hands to heart center. We'll inhale as the prayer travels up. And then exhale to cactus. Drawing your elbows open. Inhale, prayer up. Exhale, open through the chest. Inhale, prayer up. Exhale, really drawing shoulder blades together. And then one more time. Inhale and exhale. And then keeping arms in cactus, we'll inhale here and then exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale right. And one more time. Inhale to center. And exhale left. And then coming back to center, interlacing the hands behind the back of the head. We'll inhale as we lift the heart space, lift the eye gaze. And then exhale, closing it down, draw elbows together. And just apply pressure on the back of the head. So lengthening down the neck. Inhale as we lift the eye gaze. Exhale, closing it down. Inhale as we draw elbows open, lifting the heart. And exhale, again drawing chin to chest. And one more time, inhale, lifting the heart. And exhale. And then coming up, placing the fingertips beside you. We'll inhale the hand to the sky and then exhale, finding a side bend. Feeling those ribs open up. And then coming all the way up again. Inhale, hand to sky and exhale, taking it the other way. Feeling that to the side of the waist, reaching fingers. And then coming up and just removing your block and coming onto all fours. And really spreading through the fingers, making sure you are nice and even. Drawing navel to spine and then reaching the left leg out behind, pointing through the toe, squeezing the glute to lift that leg higher. We'll take some rainbow kicks. So inhale up to the left, tapping the toe, and exhale over to the right. Inhale to left, exhale right. Inhale left, lifting the leg as high as you can. Exhale right. And one more time, inhale to left and exhale right. And then inhale over to the left again, planting the foot down. And then exhale, coming back onto the forearms, sitting the hips back. Feeling that down the back of the left thigh. Just breathing here. And then coming back up onto the hands, drawing the left leg in, resetting, drawing navel to spine again. And then this time reaching the right leg out behind, pointing through the toe, squeezing that glute. And then we'll take it, inhale over to the right and exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. And one more time, inhale, really lifting that leg. And exhale left. And then inhale, bringing it back to the right, planting the foot down. And then exhale, sitting the hips back, coming onto the forearms. Breathing into that stretch. If you can't feel it, just shuffling the foot forwards. And then coming back onto the hands, drawing that leg in, and then coming up to find plank. You can also do this with the knees down. So really pushing back with the heels, nice straight legs, squeezing those thighs. And then we'll take the left knee to the left elbow. Inhale forwards, and then exhale back. And then with the right knee, inhale forwards, exhale back. Left, inhale forwards, exhale back. And the right knee, inhale forwards, and exhale back. And then pushing up to find a downward facing dog. And just pedaling through the feet, opening up the backs of the legs. Really spreading those fingers, pushing back through the fingers and the palms, and then dropping both heels down towards the mat. Lifting the kneecaps, lifting Mula Bandha or the pelvic floor, and just breathing here. Navel to spine. On the next inhale, send the right leg to the sky. Exhale as we bend that top knee, drawing heel towards the bottom. And then slowly transitioning, so we're coming over to the left side, and coming onto our bottoms. And then finding Vinyasa, so the right sole of the foot to the inside of that left leg and folding forwards, keeping spine nice and long, leading forwards with the chest. Eye gaze to the big toe. And then coming up, placing the right hand behind you. We'll inhale as we sweep the left arm up and come into a modified wild thing, pushing hips high, eye gaze up. And then slowly coming back onto the bottom. And then coming back onto all fours, onto your mat. And then pushing up to find downward facing dog again. And again, you can pedal through the feet. And then softening both heels towards the mat, spreading the fingers, creating a nice long spine. Engaging Mula Bandha. Lifting the kneecaps. On the next inhale, sending the left leg to the sky. Exhale, bending the top knee, drawing heel towards the bottom. And then slowly transitioning over onto the right side, coming onto the bottom, finding Vinyasa, so left sole of the foot to the inside of the right leg, drawing forwards with the chest to keep the spine long. And then coming up, placing the right hand behind you, left sole of the foot comes down. We'll inhale as we push the hips high, finding a modified wild thing. Eye gaze up. And then slowly coming back onto the bottom and finding all fours. We'll just take some cat-cows to warm up the spine. So inhale, lifting the eye gaze, dropping the belly. And then exhale, pushing floor away, dropping chin to chest. Inhale, lift the eye gaze. Exhale, navel to spine, drop the head. Inhale as we lift the eye gaze, sending that tailbone high. And exhale, push the floor away. And one more time, inhale, eye gaze up. And exhale, chin to chest. And then coming back to find a neutral spine. And then tuck the toes, push up to find downward facing dog. Pedaling through the feet, opening up the backs of the legs. And then taking a deep bend in the knees and slowly walking the hands back to meet the feet. Finding a forward fold at the back of your mat. Allowing the top half of your body to hang heavy. Lengthen down the back of your neck. And then slowly rolling all the way to standing. Just moving super slowly, uncurling the spine one vertebra at a time. Head and neck come up last, and then rolling the shoulders down the back, palms facing forwards, and then taking a big step to the top of your mat. Taking a couple of breaths into Tadasana, so grounding through all four corners of the feet, slight tuck of the tailbone, navel drawn to spine. And then drawing the left knee towards the chest, take hold with the right hand and reaching back with the left arm. So opening through the front of the shoulder, drawing the left knee across the body. So we've got this nice long twist. And then slowly stepping to the back of the mat and finding a high lunge. Reaching hands to sky, sending left heel towards the back of the mat. And then inhale to cactus, so drawing shoulder blades together. And then exhale, closing the hands down, drawing chin to chest. Inhale as we open to cactus, lifting the heart space. Exhale, drawing together. Inhale as we open through the chest. Exhale, closing it down. And one more time, inhale to cactus. And exhale. And then inhale to open to find warrior two. Grounding through the back edge of that back foot. Drawing this front knee open, shoulders are relaxed, lifting through the wrists. We'll flip the front palm, reach back with the left hand to find the back of the left leg. And reaching overhead, reverse warrior. Take a nice big inhale here. Exhale as we windmill the hands forwards. The left hand comes down as we come onto the ball of the back foot and reach the right hand to the sky, easy twist. Lifting that back knee. Eye gaze up. And then dropping the back knee and finding a modified reverse warrior. So the right hand comes to the back of the left thigh and the left arm sweeps over the head. And then windmill the hands forwards to find a low lunge, lifting the back knee and shifting the weight forwards and backwards to open through the hips. And then slowly dragging that back leg in to find a forward fold at the top of your mat. Again, finding gentle movement left to right if that feels good. And then slowly rolling all the way to standing. Head and neck come last. And then finding yourself in Tadasana. Connecting the feet to the floor. Slight tuck of the tailbone, navel to spine. And then when you're ready, drawing the right knee towards the chest. Left hand wraps around the front. And reaching back with the right arm, opening through the front of the shoulder, drawing the knee across the chest. Option to take the eye gaze to look at the back hand. And then slowly stepping to the back of your mat, finding your high lunge. Lifting through the chest, lift the eye gaze. Sending that heel towards the mat. And then inhale to find cactus, drawing shoulder blades together. And then exhale, closing it down. Inhale as we draw the elbows open. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lifting through the heart space. Exhale. And one more time, inhale as we draw open. And then exhale. We'll take a nice big inhale here. And exhale, emptying the lungs. And then inhale to find warrior two, grounding through the back edge of the foot, drawing front knee open, lifting through the wrists, shoulders are relaxed. We'll take a nice big inhale as we flip the front palm. Exhale as we reach back with the right hand, find the back of the right leg, and sweep arm overhead, reverse warrior. Take a nice big inhale here. As we exhale, we windmill the hands forwards. Right hand comes down, come onto the ball of the back foot, reaching the left hand to the sky, easy twist. Again, lifting the back knee, eye gaze up. And then dropping the back knee, reach back with the left hand to find the back of the right thigh. Right arm sweeps up. Modifies reverse warrior. Lifting through the heart space. And then windmilling the hands forwards to find a low lunge. Lifting the back knee and rocking forwards and backwards to open through the hips. And then slowly drawing the back foot in and rolling all the way to standing. And rolling the shoulders back, palms facing forwards. We'll do another short sequence on both sides, but just a slightly modified version. So drawing the left knee towards the chest, right hand wraps. Reach back with the left hand. Open through the front of the shoulder. Take a nice big step to the back of the mat. Finding your high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale as we open to find warrior two. Inhale as we flip the front palm, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill to find easy twist. Left hand down, right hand to sky. Inhale here. Exhale as we drop the back knee. Take reverse warrior. Inhale as we windmill the hands forwards. Find a low lunge, lifting the back knee. And then slowly drawing the back leg in. Finding a forward fold. And then slowly rolling to standing. And taking a couple of breaths in Tadasana. Just allowing the breath to regulate. And then we'll repeat that on the other side. So taking right knee towards the chest, left hand wraps, right arm reaches back. Opening through that shoulder. Taking a nice big step to the back of the mat. Inhale to find your high lunge. Exhale, open to find warrior two. Inhale as the front palm flips, reach back. And exhale to reverse warrior. Inhale here. Exhale as the hands windmill forwards. Easy twist, left hand to sky, lift the back knee. And then slowly dropping the back knee, windmill the arms back. Left hand finds back of the right thigh, right arm sweeps back. Inhale here. And then exhale as hands travel forwards, finding your low lunge. And just breathing here, shifting weight forwards and backwards. And then slowly drawing that back leg in and finding a forward fold. And slowly rolling all the way to standing. Head and neck come last, rolling the shoulders down the back. And then taking a nice big step. So we're taking a wide stance. Toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Taking hands to the waist, we'll inhale as we lift the eye gaze. And exhale, fold forwards. And taking 5 nice long breaths here. Squeezing your quads to lift the kneecaps. Tilting the pelvis. Drawing the elbows towards each other behind the back. And then softening the knees. Inhale as we roll to standing. And exhale to empty the lungs. Sweeping the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Drawing the heels of the hands together, the shoulder blades together. Inhale as we lift the eye gaze. And then exhale, fold forwards, hands travel over the head. 5 breaths. Lifting the kneecaps. And then softening the knees. Inhale to come all the way up. And exhale here. And then turning the toes out or the heels in and finding goddess pose. Really drawing the knees open. And then bringing the hands, the palms together. We'll inhale to open into goddess. And exhale, closing it down. Inhale as we cactus the arms, draw shoulder blades together. And exhale. Inhale to cactus. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale, drawing the elbows open. And exhale. And then bringing the hands onto the thighs and just beginning to shift the weight left to right. And then coming to center, we'll inhale as we lift. And then exhale, dip the left shoulder and twist towards the back. Inhale to center. Exhale, dip right shoulder, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, dip left. And one more time. Inhale to center. And exhale right. And then coming to center, bringing the right hand to the inside of that left foot and beginning to lengthen the right leg. We'll reach the left hand to the sky. Feel that lengthening through the inner thigh. And then slowly taking it across the other way. So deep bend in the right knee, left hand comes down, reaching the right arm up. And then walking the hands the other way. Right hand down, left to the sky. And then finally taking it the other way again. Left hand down, right hand up. And then bringing that right hand down, coming on to find a low lunge, and then dropping that back knee, coming to find all fours, and just taking a few cat-cows. So inhale, lifting the eye gaze, dropping the belly, and then exhale, pushing the floor away, really doming the spine. Inhale as we lift the eye gaze, and exhale, navel to spine. And just one last time, inhale, looking up, and exhale as we drop the head. And then slowly coming down onto the belly and finding Sphinx pose. So really spreading the fingers, lifting through the chest, making sure heels are up towards the sky, and just breathing here. And then walking the hands a little bit wider and beginning to lengthen the arms. So we're taking a deeper back bend. We're coming into a high cobra and just taking it as high as you want to. You can take the eye gaze back to look over the left shoulder, feeling that stretch down the side of the neck. And then taking the eye gaze forwards and looking back over the right. And then taking eye gaze to center. And then slowly lowering down. And then lengthening the left arm out in line with the shoulder, palm facing down. Using the right fingertips, rolling you onto your left side. Option to bend that right knee and drop the toes behind you. So you should feel a stretch through the front of the shoulder. And then slowly rolling onto the belly. This time reaching the right arm out, palm facing down, and using the left fingertips, rolling you onto your right side. Option to bend that top knee and drop the toes behind. And then slowly rolling onto the belly again. And then lifting onto the forearms and then drawing the left heel towards the bottom. Right hand comes to the center of the mat and then reaching around, taking hold of that left ankle. And then if you can, kicking that heel high and lifting the thigh off the mat. So we're in a half bow pose. Making sure you're still breathing. And then releasing that ankle, bringing the left hand to the center of the mat, reaching back with the right hand, and then just kicking that right foot high. And then slowly dropping that right leg down, releasing the heel, and then pushing back to find a wide child's pose. So drawing big toes together, knees wide, and then just reaching the arms out in front, allowing the heart space to sink towards the mat. Bringing the forehead down if you can. And really breathing into the inner thigh. And then just walking the hands in a little bit. And then reaching the right arm underneath the left, palm facing up. And then option to bring the palms together and push through that bottom elbow. And then placing that left hand down, pushing into the hand to bring you back up. And then reaching the arms out in front again. And then this time left arm threads underneath the right. Palm facing up. And then the option to bring palms together and push through that left elbow. And then bringing the right hand onto the mat, pushing into it to bring you back up. Walking the hands in, and then just sweeping the legs out in front. And finding a forward fold. So just allowing the back to round. Dropping chin to chest. And then slowly rolling up. Bringing the left sole of the foot to the inside of that right leg. And then finding Janu Shirshasana again. So turning over the extended leg, folding forwards. Eye gaze to the big toe and leading forwards with the chest to keep spine long. And coming up, bringing that left leg, so we're stacking the left knee on top of the right, coming onto the outside edge of that left foot and folding forwards, finding half cow face pose. And then changing sides, so lengthening the left leg, finding Janu Shirshasana, turning over the extended leg, folding forwards, keeping spine long. And then finding half cow face pose again. So coming onto the outside edge of that right foot, stacking the knees, drawing toes towards you and folding forwards. And then coming up and finding Navasana. So drawing navel to spine, lengthening the legs, lifting through the chest, and making sure you're taking nice steady breaths. And then dropping the feet down, taking a pause. And then coming up to find Navasana again. Keeping core strong, squeezing the quads. And then coming down, shifting the bottom forwards, taking hold of the back of the thighs and slowly rolling all the way down. Lengthening the right leg along the mat and drawing the left knee in towards the chest, squeezing it towards the ribs and taking some nice ankle circles in one direction and then taking it back the other way. And then finding half happy baby. So left arm comes to the inside of the leg, takes hold of the outside of the foot, and then drawing this knee towards the floor, sole of the foot to the sky. And then taking hold of the big toe with the peace fingers, anchoring down the right side of the pelvis with the right hand, and then slowly lengthening this leg open. Really breathing into the inner thigh. And then drawing the left leg back to center, taking hold of the back of the leg and drawing it towards you. Breathing into the back of the thigh. And then we'll change sides. So drawing the right knee in towards the chest, lengthening the left leg along the mat. Drawing the knee towards the ribs and taking your ankle circles. And then taking it back the other way. And finding your half happy baby. Really drawing that knee open. Sole of the foot to the sky. And then taking hold of the big toe and slowly lengthening that leg open. Anchoring the left side of the pelvis down. And then drawing leg to center and taking hold of the back of the right leg. Breathing into the back of the thigh. And then releasing that leg. Drawing both knees in towards the chest and taking some nice big circles with the knees. So opening and then drawing the back together. And then just taking those circles the other way. And then drawing knees to chest. And then taking both knees to the left. And finding a twist, so eye gaze the opposite way. The option to extend the top leg. And then slowly drawing knees back to center. And then dropping knees to the right, eye gaze to the left. Option to extend the top leg. drawing knees back to center and taking the soles of the feet together, letting knees drop wide. Taking hold of opposite elbows above the head and just allowing the body to soften. Let go of the breath. Release any tension through the forearms or the hands. And allow the knees to softly drop open. And then from where you are, just slowly coming into your version of Shavasana. So taking up as much space as you can on the mat. Softening through the belly. And enjoying a few minutes of stillness. Allowing your mind to rest and to empty. And slowly beginning to take slightly deeper breaths. And then we're going to take a breath in for a count of 4. Hold at the top and then exhale for 4. So when you're ready, take a nice big inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold at the bottom. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Final round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. And then inhaling and exhaling, just allowing the breath to fill your lungs again. And then beginning to bring some gentle movement into the fingers and the toes, waking up the body. Taking a full body stretch, pointing the toes, pushing palms away. And then slowly rolling onto one side and pausing there for a few breaths. And slowly, in your own time, coming up to find a seated position. Taking the hands onto the knees, rolling the shoulders up towards the ears and then drawing them back down. Taking the left hand onto the right knee, we'll inhale here and then twist towards the back. Taking the eye gaze round. Coming back to center, right hand to left knee, inhale here and exhale, taking a nice twist. And then coming back to center, taking hands to heart center and building some heat through the palms. And then placing one hand onto the heart space and one hand onto the lower belly or the womb space. And just breathing into that, feeling the warmth penetrating into the body. And then taking hands to heart center, bowing the head. And slowly, when you're ready, coming back into the room. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you are able to move slowly and with grace into this new year. I will see you again soon.